So, you want to be more confident in Elden Ring, huh? You want to start off at the right footing in the lands between, huh? In today's episode of Soulsborne Academy, chum, I'm gonna show you how to do that, see? What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to Soulsborne Academy. Be sure to take your seat and don't mind the hunter in the corner of the room. He's just here for your protection. The video started off so chaotically. Bracing my inner Rodney Dangerfield. I'm going to explain to you guys how to be more confident in going into Elden Ring because it's a big game. It may be my own comfort game, but it's a big game for a lot of people. You know, for some people it's Stardew Valley. For a lot of people it's Spiritfarer. For me, you know, Elden Ring. Now, let's say you got the game and you were nervous and you want to be able to play it, but you feel just hella intimidated. First step you want to do, and I've explained stuff like this before, but the main thing is to understand is that you are not in any race to complete this game, right? You are not under any obligation to try to one-up someone with posts on your trophies or how your success is doing in the game. Because if you share those on Twitter, and I'm not telling you not to do this, but this is just my best advice and from things that I have noticed in gaming culture. Whenever you get certain trophies in certain games, especially in Soulsborne games, it's kind of like an achievement unlocked, if you will, like a status sort of thing from what I've noticed. Like if you beat Orphan of Cause, or if you, if you beat, an Elden Ring boss, or like any Souls boss for that matter in one go, like there's certain things that I've noticed that are kind of like status symbols almost in the Souls community. And it kind of, it's really weird to me, to say the least, but also it's kind of like, okay, let's go from this and let's try to inform people the best way. If they're just doing it as a consumer, they're not doing it because they're a content creator or anything like that. Because this episode, I want to bring more towards the consumer standpoint instead of the content creator standpoint, if that makes sense. Because everybody thinks, oh, you're a gamer, you got to be a content creator. No, you're just probably a consumer who really enjoys video games. If this is your first time going into a Souls game ever, I would not recommend this game if you are going into this as your first attempt at a Souls game. I know people would say the exact opposite because a lot of people think that this is a more first-timer friendly Souls experience, and in some cases that's true, but in my humble opinion, I feel as if there are certain bosses that make this game one of the hardest Souls games there are. When you get to the middle towards the end of Elden Ring, you are going to find some of the most difficult bosses in gaming history. That's just my opinion. There are even bosses that I haven't even fought yet that they look extraordinarily difficult. Now keep in mind, while a lot of these bosses are difficult, they are also very fair because you have to learn the moveset. You have to go in with the mindset that you want to play this game, right? You put down your own money for this game. Treat it as an experience rather than a race. Because I can assure you, someone will be like, oh my God, have you finished this game yet? Have you finished that game yet? Some people I should say, a lot of the time view gaming as a race when it should be an experience. Don't let people take the experience away from you just because you get kind of hooked up in gaming culture, because there are different aspects to what gaming culture is. And one of those aspects is that it's treated like a race, which is unfortunate. Another thing, and I've seen this discussed in different circles, but this is something I also agree with. Commit to a build early, stick with it, but make changes later on so that once you get used to your build, used to the way you want to play, let's say your magic decks, which if you are going for ease for your first ever playthrough of Elden Ring, highly recommend doing a magic decks build. I went pure magic for my first build in Elden Ring, and it was so fun. You just obliterate all of the enemies. There's one, I forget the name of it, but you can literally just shoot a spirit thing at just a projectile thing at enemies, and you just see them disintegrate in front of you, and it's wonderful. When you're in your first area, make sure you search the caves, you search Limegrave, you search everywhere and max out a lot of your stuff, because once you get to certain areas, it's kind of like a point of no return to an extent. Even though you can return back to certain places, you kind of want to do things very heavily, very early on. Once you get to the round table, you'll be able to get a better sense of where you're going and what the linear aspects of the game really are. I don't know if it was nerfed or not, but if you use summons, use them to their full advantage because they will really and truly help you in boss battles when you need it the most. Listen, this is a major side note, but don't listen to any of the gatekeeping morons that try to limit your fun or try to tell you otherwise, because you bought the game. You got it with your own money, right? So you have all the say in how you play the game. Almost forgot this one, but look for the golden trees. They upgrade your health flasks big time. So each golden tree that you see, go to it, it upgrades the health flasks. And if you see a little bug-like creature that's like a roly-poly-oly, it's trying to get away from you very fast, you want to kill that thing as soon as possible because it has a smithing stone in it. It has some kind of upgradable item that you really want to use. I could do so many more list videos on Elden Ring and what you can use and all the different kind of, upgradable things and tips and tricks. If you guys want more of those, please let me know and I can incorporate it into the Soulsborne Academy videos. But you guys, let me know if you ever start Elden Ring or if you guys are in the middle of your first playthrough of Elden Ring. I would love to know your guys' progress in the game. But you guys, that's it for me. If you all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.